and that he still actually lives at Hank's house. Because Hank is going on to say, oh, Johnny does not live with me, I do not help Johnny anymore, I'm not associated with him anymore. Apparently that's not true.
Yeah. You know, he was pressured by Hank's family to be a part of this case.
He needed a legal guardian, right?
Yes.
He's been to the immigration offices many times with me. So if I do go on the run or go jump the DMZ, jump the border, and disappear, this is actually my he's my official legal guardian in Korea.
So I'm legally defending Johnny, kind of.
You know, how much have you personally spent thus far?
Including
legal fee, everything.
Close to it.
Close to $20,000.
Hank Yu is in serious trouble right now. You might be asking yourself, why is Hank the one under fire when this should actually be the time Johnny Somali finally faces the consequences after losing his third trial? Here's the reason. Hank lied about Johnny Somali's whereabouts and spread false information before the trial even began. Later, despite saying he wouldn't get involved, he showed up in court and confronted Johnny Somali directly. Because of that, Hank is now receiving massive backlash from South Koreans. Many believe he indirectly protected Johnny Somali and turned the entire situation into nothing more than fake drama. What should have been Johnny Somali's downfall has instead become Hank's biggest mistake. And now his reputation is collapsing at lightning speed. Let's break it down. As you know, Hank Yu has a history of lying about Johnny Somali. He once claimed he had no intention of getting involved in Johnny's trial and that Somali's safety wasn't his responsibility. I cannot even involve myself in Johnny's trial. I'm not worried about his safety. I never said I approve of what Johnny does. At first, people were glad to see Johnny Somali finally facing justice. But as I told you before, this was all part of Hank's plan. He wanted to spin the situation, stir up drama, and manipulate the audience. Eventually, even Atozi called him out, pointing out how Hank lied and then confronted Johnny in court. That moment exposed everything, showing just how messy things really were. A so-called student even revealed that Johnny was still living at Hank's house. Yet Hank had publicly said, Johnny does not live with me. I don't support him anymore. I'm not associated with him. Clearly, that wasn't true. Everyone can see Hank is just as shady as Johnny Somali. And right now, he's showing just how far his twisted, almost demonic schemes can go, manipulating everyone around him. But it goes deeper. Atozi also revealed that Hank pressured Johnny Somali's lawyer into building a defense, even though the lawyer wasn't ready and didn't want to move forward at the time. That shows how deep Hank's manipulation really goes. Not just lying to the public, but interfering with the legal process to maintain control. Honestly, he was out of his depth. I even felt bad for him. I know Hank's family pushed him into taking this case. He was just trying to balance between Johnny and everything else. This is exactly who Hank Yu is. Unpredictable, shady, and dangerous. One thing is certain, you should never believe him. He's a liar, just like Johnny Somali. His words and his actions never match. And now people are finally realizing he's only making things worse. Just look at the comments people are leaving. One person said Hank's interview damaged his reputation more than anything else. Another pointed out that his body language during questions about Somali's whereabouts clearly gave away that he was lying. Others are warning that the backlash Hank is about to face will be brutal, and many are flat out calling Hank and Johnny both evil. Honestly, they're not wrong. Even after Johnny's court hearing, when a streamer tried to ask Hank about Somali, he refused to answer, acting more like Johnny's bodyguard than anything else. Yo, Johnny, quick interview. I guess they don't want to, Johnny. But remember, this is the same Hank who once said Johnny's safety wasn't his responsibility, so people aren't confused anymore. If Hank is standing beside Johnny, then Johnny has all the support he needs to keep doing whatever he wants. And that only makes the situation worse. And Hank didn't stop there. He admitted he wanted to smear Legal Mindset and other critics, not because they were wrong, but simply to make money. Yeah, I wasn't criminally charging him. I just wanted money. If I can get cash out of him, then yeah, why not? This alone shows how shady Hank really is. He even admitted to spending nearly $20,000 on Johnny Somali, money he's now desperate to recover by running more shady schemes. But Legal Mindset already clapped back, making it clear that if Hank tries pulling something like this again, he'll be the one facing serious legal consequences. At that point, Hank's so-called defamation cases won't even be taken seriously. They'll be laughed out of court. He doesn't just want to sue me. He wants to sue Atozy, 15 Minutes, Korean streamers, anyone who's spoken out. And the judge will hear that. Any of them can show that clip of Hank admitting he just wants money, and the judge will laugh at him. And honestly, they're right, because what Hank has done so far is far worse. Let me remind you, Hank once said he didn't approve of Johnny Somali's actions in South Korea. I never said I approve of everything Johnny does. All right, I'll give you that. But here's the problem. You were right there with Johnny while he was committing those crimes. Why didn't you stop him? Why didn't you step in? Instead, you encouraged him, and only after everything went wrong did you try to shift all the blame onto him. That's not just unfair, it's selfish. And let's be real. Johnny Somali himself exposed Hank. He confirmed Hank was his main advisor and guardian in South Korea, handling his legal issues and even setting up his YouTube channel under Hank's name and ID. Hank's been to immigration with me many times. He's my legal guardian in Korea. I even created a new YouTube channel in Hank's name. Technically, it's his channel. So ask yourself, was Johnny really acting alone? Of course not. Hank orchestrated a lot of it, and when things went south, he pretended to have no involvement. Now, Hank even says he's planning to leave for China in 2026, conveniently around the time Johnny will be stuck in prison. Pretty clear, isn't it? Hank used Johnny Somali, and maybe Johnny tried to use Hank too. But one thing is undeniable. Both of them manipulated people. Both of them committed crimes, and both of them should face the consequences.